far, and she goes in. At any moment, we'll be ready for a start. And where they go, and Positano was the keenest of them all away. Also, Island Cotton is showing some early speed. And to the inside, there goes War Music. So as they race past the mile marker for the first time, Island Cotton, who picked it up to dictate. War Music 6 second to the outside now of Island Cotton as they come towards us for the first time. So as they sort themselves out, is Island Cotton who brings them into the stretch for the first time on top by a length, handily held by Anderson Trotman. To the outside goes Warm Music at the throat latch of the filly. Then there's Kit Carson. On the inside of him is Positano. Amiash is moving her way through between horses to run into fifth. Felony Fires at the back of the field with Checkpoint Charlie, and they just have 3 lengths to make up as they race to the 5.5. The opening quarter was completed in 26 and 2. And Anderson Trotman is measuring the fractions through on Island Cotton as they race to the 5 furlong marker. War Music's been there throughout. On the inside is Positano moving into contentions. Amiash in between horses. To the outside is Kit Carson. Felony Fires left. Checkpoint Charlie at the back of the field, and he's still only just over 3 lengths behind as they get over the top of the hill. 52 and 1 was the half-mile split, and that's what that's Island Cotton has left to run. And Island Cotton continues through the narrow point of the course from Warm Music. Then there's Amiash. The outside is Kit Carson under the pump. Family Fire has a lot of work to do so too. Positano, who's fallen through, and Checkpoint Charlie has not gotten up as they go through 6 and 1, 17 and 4. They come to the corner, and Warm Music puts ahead in front from Island Cotton, who's battling right back, and these two have opened up 3 on Amiash. Finally, Fire has to really pick it up as they come to the corner, and the whip is out on Island Cotton, who's at the inside. War Music's trying to fight back. It's War Music who puts ahead in front. Island Cotton's game at the inside. Amiash trying to come over the top. Finally, Fire trying to fly. It is War Music, the leader, close to home. Island Cotton was stout. Here's Amiash flying late, but it's going to be War Music who's going to scamper home from Amiash, who ran a very good race. Island Cotton was third, then came Felony Fire, Kit Carson, Positano, and Checkpoint Charlie was the last one home in 154 and 4. In a moment, a recap for you. And Solid Gold appears to have gone in as well. Red flag is raised. And where they go, and Margarita got left at the start, going to pick it up. It's Solid Gold, and Beckles is imploring Solid Gold to pick it up, but St. Nicholas runs right through to challenge that one. So St. Nicholas puts his red blinkered face in front as they come to the corner for the first time. So it's St. Nicholas who leads from Solid Gold on the outside. Tracking these in third is Brighton Bell. Then they are followed by Memory Lane. Behind these is Daring David. Then we find Easter Monday to the inside of him. Glamorous is to the inside of Johnny Cash, and Margarita is about 12 off of the speedy St. Nicholas, who just passed the stands for the first time. And St. Nicholas led the field through an opening quarter in 26 and 3. Solid Gold is still being encouraged to keep up with this one. She is riding her own death note past the 5.5. Brighton Bell gets the ideal setup past the 5 furlong marker they race. Then there's Memory Lane. Easter Monday is trying to get into contention. Glamorous has no traffic this afternoon. Margarita's past 2, and that's the Sir David Seal pair of Daring David and Johnny Cash. Up the back stretch they ran. 50 and 3 was the half-mile split, and St. Nicholas has really pushed the pedal to the metal. He opens up by 4 to Brighton Bell. Solid Goals called it an afternoon. Memory Lane is trying to get into contention. Also to Easter Monday, Glamorous is starting to get rolling. Margarita and Johnny Cash and Darren David are together at the back of the field. 13 off of St. Nicholas, who just ran by the 3 furlong marker. 6 and 117 flat, and St. Nicholas is still in cruise control. The Mario Bino is not asking for his best yet. Brighton Bell is chasing as they come to the corner. St. Nicholas now set down. He opens up again by 5. Brighton Bell is second, Memory Lane third. The others are really having to pick it up as they come to the corner. And as they turn for home, it's St. Nicholas in the middle of the course. He opens up. He's still on top by 5. Brighton Bell is second. Glamorous is finishing on well in third. But St. Nicholas just ran them off their feet, and he's coming home geared down by Demario Bueno. He courses the wire by 5 from Brighton Bell. Glamorous was third. Then came Memory Lane, Margarita, Easter Monday, Johnny Cash, and Daring David. And the last one home was Solid Goal. And St. Nicholas finished his 9 furlongs in 154 and 1. In a moment, a recap for you. Red flag is raised. And where they go on Crystal, Diamond, and Stolen was actually the last into stride. So poetic license from the inside races to the 5 furlong marker on top from Just My Girl. Then comes Operation Crystal Diamonds getting into it at the inside. Then comes Forsaken One in between horses. John 316 is beating for early speed. There's a break of 4 to the closest. Arrowhead to the outside of Stolen as it races over the top of the hill. It's poetic license who's on top by 3 parts of a length to Just My Girl. There's a break of 2 to Operation Crystal Diamonds fourth. There's a race to the 3 furlong marker, 24-4. Blazing opening quarter for the champion, Poetic License. And she races to the quarter mile, pressured by Just My Girl. It's Poetic License and Just My Girl. Operation Forsaken One to the outside of that one. Crystal Diamonds under pressure. Stolen coming around. Horses up, and Arrowhead is back to last as they come to the corner. Forsaken One on the outside point. Just My Girl's game at the inside. Poetic License is still there. Operation looking for a real race to go. He lets to the rails. It's Forsaken One. Operation Poetic License between them is beaten. Operation comes through the inside and picks it up. Operation is going to win it. Forsaken One will be second. Operation races up to the wire to win by a length and a quarter from Forsaken One. Stolen ran through the field to finish third. Then came Poetic License, Arrowhead, Just My Girl, Crystal Diamond, and John 316 was the last one home in 105-4.
Waits for them to settle. The red flag is raised. And the gates are open. Mojo is first to show Disco Bay points. And on the inside, being squeezed out a little bit, is a pay as you earn. But towards the outside, release comes right across and goes on to pick it up. So it's released by 2. In second position is Mojo. Then there's Sebco Fairly. Runs in the 4th position. Disco Bay being outpaced, relegated in the 5th position, now being passed by Preacher Boy. Then there's Kentra. Pay as you earn has 2 beaten. Those will be Dynamite, and behind Dynamite, that one traveling nicely in the white, and even further back is Raised My Interest, just about 17 lengths off the lead. Over towards the top of the hill, and it continues to be released. On the half reward, handily held by a length and a half. In second position is Fairly running a nice race. Relegated in third is Sebco. Now coming down the outside, that one is Preacher Boy. That's the top 4. The winner will come from one of these 4. But they have to run to catch release. Who's in front by 3.5 lengths? Fairly is not doing enough. Preacher Boy is trying desperately. Sebco is running on the spot. Another 7 lengths back to Pay As You Earn. A wall of horses coming to run from minor positions. But they're deep stretch and release is in front by 5. Fairly is trying desperately. Preacher Boy running at 1 pace. So too is Sebco. But this one is over. It is this daughter of Snooky Lou. That is released by 6. In second position is Fairly. Then there is Preacher Boy 4th, running nicely back on. And at the end of the race, that one is Pay As You Earn. They stop the clock in 1:07 flat. In a moment, I have a recap for you. So, the loading process is completed, and away they go. Nice level start for all 5 contenders, and Northern Star goes to the lead, but towards the outside, Donico did it wants piece of the action. So change the guard up front. As they come towards the mile pole, it is Donico did it, and a change once again, because rushing up on the outside now to pick it up is Spartacus, and even further on the outside is Secret American. So 3 leaders within the space of 2 furlongs of this race as they thunder down the stretch for the first time. Train a line in the middle is Spartacus. Towards the outside, Secret American. Relegated in 3rd position now is Donico did it. Then there is Northern Star, the original leader, and Galaxy has been the back marker from the time they left the starting point. They make the right turn into the paddock bend. And the leader continues to be Spartacus, who leads by half a length. And on the outside in second position, that one is Secret American. Donico did it, is taking closer order. Northern Star sits just about 3 lengths off the leaders. And the back markers, Galaxy, the half has come up in a decent 50 flat. The quarter, 25 flat. The procession continues down the back stretch. It is Spartacus, handily held by Demario Bino. Rashawn Latchman on Secret American looks for his first win in Barbados. Sets coming over from Trinidad and Tobago. On the inside is Donico did it. Northern Stars taking closer order, and Galaxy has a lot of work to do as they descend off the top of the hill. 6 furlongs in 1:15.2. As they pass the fluttering flag in the breeze at the moment, it is Donico did it who shoots back towards the outside, come to contention. Northern Star picks it up now. As they approach the 2 furlong pole, we'll see who have horse under them. It is Northern Star who's open off by a length and a half. Spartacus is struggling. Donico did it, is trying desperately, but they turn into the stretch. Class is class, form is temporary. This is a monster performance. It is Northern Star by 3.5. Donico is beaten. Spartacus is trying all futile effort. Northern Star by 3. Second is Spartacus. Third is Donico did a mile back. So Galaxy and Secret Americans trails in at the back. They stop the clock in 1:52 and 1. In a moment, I'll have a recap for you.
And Lucky Adventure was the last to go in. Lead field of four, and away they go. And Lucky Adventure was quicker away on the outside. Wildcat T, Dazzling David, and Serious Bat will be the two at the back of the field past the 5 furlong marker. Lucky Adventure raises up the back stretch on the length lead. He's trapped by the Spa winner on the outside in Wildcat T. To the 4 furlong marker, Dazzling David sits third. And the heavyweighted Sirius Black is the last of them all. They're covered by 4 lengths to get over the top of the hill. They have Lucky Adventure to catch, and he's on top now by 2. He's using his speed to his advantage. 2 lengths back to Wildcat T. Sirius Black is waiting in the wings. He runs into third, and Dazzling David's the trailer. Past the 3 furlong marker, 24 and 3. Lucky Adventure is really running this afternoon with a quarter mile left to go. It's Lucky Adventure on top by a length. Ricky Walker says go with Wildcat T, and he comes after him. Just Aljalon Samuel Sears back. Our third, Dazzling David, has it all to do as they come to the corner. And Lucky Adventure swings to the judge on top. Wildcat T is trying to run him down, but Lucky Adventure is finding more on the lead, and he's turned back the challenge of Wildcat T. Lucky Adventure, Wildcat T lifting. Lucky Adventure goes wire to wire in the Garrison Savannah. He wins by 2 from Wildcat T. The Spa winner finishes second. Tables reversed. Sirius Black finished third, and Dazzling David. And where they go into Bushel handicap, it was a pretty level break. Noble Appeal is being urged to get into contention. Also, to Snow White from the inside. So as they come towards it for the first time, Snow White picks it up from Noble Appeal. Behind these is Danny Boy. To the outside, Prince Hector's actually in the vanguard early this afternoon. A bit of shuffling there with Chimichurri past the wire. Then there's Banjo to the outside of Sadler's Dream, pulling a bit hard on the inside is Admiral Quill, and the trail is Trinidad Dreamer. He's about 8 off of Noble Appeal, who picked it up past the 5.5. The opening quarter was in a pretty quick 25 and 3, and Noble Appeal leads past the 5 furlong marker. So it's Noble Appeal who leads from Prince Hector to the outside. Then comes Danny Boy to the inside with Lester Edwards. Snow White's now 4th after leading in the early stages. Chimichurri's next. There's a break of 3 to Sadler's Dream, who leads the second bunch. There's a break of 3 to Admiral Quill, who's just gone by Banja. The favorite has a lot of work to do with just 3 furlongs to travel. And Trinidad Dream has been last throughout. Noble Appeal races to the 3 furlong marker. 49 and 3 was a half-mile split, and he really picked it up past the 3 furlong marker. As it races to the quarter mile, still Noble Appeal. Chimichurri puts his head in second. Danny Boy's third. Prince Hector. Snow White is trying to re-rally. The others have a lot of work to do as they come onto the mile mark, and Noble Appeal still keeps going, and he re-breaks. Now he leads by 3. As they turn for home, it's Noble Appeal the one to catch. Chimichurri second, a charge on for third. Admiral Quill and Banja from the close. It's Noble Appeal. He's starting to get weary as Banja's flying down the outside, but Noble Appeal might have just done enough. Noble Appeal, Chimichurri rolling late, but it's not going to be enough as Noble Appeal gets home from Chimichurri. Banja finishes third. Admiral Quill 4th in 136 and 3. In a moment, a recap for you. Away they go, and as customary, Verdun was the last to hit the ground, but Savoy was quick away. Also, too, Jamali, Roberts, and Zakata are into contention early past the 5 furlong marker. Sansu, she's out wide third. Then there's Ranal Kiran beaten for early speed. Naivasha to the inside. There's no fly zone. Seaworts is in between horses of Jolly Louise to the outside. Verdun has for company cooled the most over the top of the hill, and it is Zakatak who's picked it up. Zakatak opens up by 2 from Savoy. To the outside is Sansu, in between horses. There's Ranal Run. Naivasha, Seaworts is trying to get into contention. Demario Bino's trying to get Jolly Louise into it as well. They also have a lot of work to do as they come to the quarter mile. And Zakata is still in hand. Here comes Savoy cruising into contention. Ranal Run's called in the afternoon. Seaworts is circling on the outside as they come to the corner. And Savoy puts ahead in front. Zakatak is still there. Here's Seaworts on the outside. So too Verdun from last. Savoy picks it up as they turn for home. And this is the one they have to catch. It's Savoy's race to lose. Verdun comes across as he comes to tackle Savoy inside the final furlong. It's Verdun and Savoy, and Verdun had to pass them all to win. Verdun wins by 2 from Savoy. Actually, no fly zone got up for second. Then came Savoy. Seaworts finished 4th at 60-1. Zakata, very good ride from Jamali Roberts. 107 and 3 was the final time. In a moment, a recap for you. Oh shoot.